Hello and welcome to M&M Militaria. Today we'll be talking about the importance of having a black light. And it's getting pretty late here, so I'm getting pretty tired. I'd really like to make this my last video for the night. So some collectors wonder why they should have a black light, or some don't even know what a black light is and the importance it has, and especially as a beginner, being able to easily identify what's real in reproduction. So when looking at a black light, you will shine it on your cloth and paper work, primarily the ink. And if it starts to glow, fluorescent or purple hue, then it's most likely a reproduction. Now, this is not always true. One thing that's well known is when an item is washed in machine, so in particularly flags. If a flag is washed, it can have splotches of parts that glow. And that doesn't mean that the flag is bad, and this is really common in Japanese flags. A lot of them will get blood stained, and people want to wash it out. And the blood makes it more cool, worth more money too. But yeah. So just because something may show up as a black light, also does not mean it's a reproduction. It's hard to tell black light when it comes to cloth that's white, because sometimes it may still look like it's glowing, but it's really just the color of the light. But once you use it for a while, you can really tell if something is glowing, if something is not. This little black light I have, and I think my brother got it for me not too long ago off of Wish. You can buy black lights for $5, and they're heavily worth it, because like I said, they'll instantly have a little video here at the end that shows you, just looking at a couple items, and show how it does a black light on there versus the regular other material. Things that get water damage, just like tap water or whatever water, will fluoresce under black light. So you may have a water damaged paper, but if it's only the damaged areas that black light, that does not mean the paper is bad. It's just that one section. When should you use a black light and when you shouldn't? So oftentimes you may go to an auction setting, and I heavily suggest you don't just whip your black light out and start black lighting all the materials at the auction. For one, that's really rude to the auctioneer and other people. You don't want to make his item seem questionable to other bidders and other people that are at that auction. So if you're at an auction, you really need to look at something in black light. Either hey, ask the auctioneer if it's okay to pull the item to the side and do it, or just do it discreetly. Don't show the whole room that you're black lighting this cloth insignia that's on the counter. And the same thing goes at the show. Sorry, my cat's sneezing. The same thing goes at the shows. Don't go and black light a guy's whole table. As a seller, he should know if the stuff is real or reproduction, or you should be able to notice by walking up to what type of seller he is, if he's selling real or reproduction. But if there's an item that you want blacklight, just ask him. More than, if not ever, they'll always be more than happy to let you blacklight the items you're wanting to look at and get into. So we'll go and hop into the video here and show you a little bit of examples of what you should how a black light works and what you should use for. Heavily suggest you get one. They're super cheap. They'll save your butt instantly. Like I said, you can't always don't be like, oh, it passed the black light test, because I've had armbands where yes, they passed the black light test, but they're still just not good. Or sometimes I have one armband in particular that passed the black light test, it passed the burn test, and it's still just not a good band. It's just you need to use other factors to also consider in something. But you shine it on a cloth, and that cloth starts glowing up like a Christmas tree. Well, I'd suggest you avoid it. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, especially with my late night tiredness here. Like I said, I'm really just trying to get these videos out to you guys to learn a thing or two, help you grow your hobby, and more importantly, be able to avoid the stuff that's fake. There's just too much of that out there. I'm tired of seeing people get ripped off. And sellers make mistakes. Sometimes they sell something as a reproduction. They don't know it. And you can generally find out what type of sellers that person is, So just, watch out for stuff. Most of the sellers, at least the ones I've dealt with, have been wonderful people, highly educated, and they know their stuff, and they're more than happy to help you out. I'm more than happy to help you out. I'd much rather see you buy an original item than a fake one any day of the week. Thank you for tuning in, and check out this little video at the end and have a look at blacklight. Hello, and we are going to show you a little bit about blacklight. This is some stuff I have for sale. This is all original stuff, so it's not going to glow under blacklight. What you can see here is the background stuff, this fuzzy stuff. That's like the modern material, nylon stuff that you'll see that glows. And it's really hard to tell because blacklight is really hard to record, really hard to take photos of. But we're going to give it a shot here. So what we're going to see here, we're going to look at this. We're going to see that here's a white material, and you can see it looks blue. If you hold up enough, it can look like it's glowing, but that is not glowing. That is a good piece. And we're going to go into cloth really in depth, and I hope to do it tomorrow. This cloth is one of my favorite things to look at. And here we'll flip over to the back side. You can see, yeah, see, no, that's glowing. And we got up here, and I actually had to pull the strand out, but you can see this. That's what fluorescent looks like. That purplish, almost like a neon light, and that's what that looks like when you're looking at a material. And as you can see, this stuff, none of this stuff glows. It's all good stuff, you know. So like I said, if you see something glow when you're going to use it on cloth, let's see, I don't have, I guess I didn't bring any paper out to show you, but there's a, it's so hard, like RZM tag. See how that doesn't glow? If you see stuff glow, like ink glow, that's going to indicate that that's a fake. If you see cloth strands glow, it's either A, that there's some crud on it. Like I said, any sort of like water damage and stuff will glow. Good example, back of the Crim Shield. Nice original Crim Shield. We looked at it in our other video. See how that glows? That's all like some sort of water or moisture damage. Very common. But look at that. If we turn it over, we look at that. See how none of that glows? See that one little piece there? That little thing? That's just another thread of something that got put on there. And that's, when you see that, that's the whole thing lighting up like a Christmas tree. That's how you know.